Are we on this Monday morning, August 25th, 2025? Hello, everybody. Hey, good morning, Julie, Jim, Bill, Thomas, Gold, Mike, Tammy, and Terry Gale. Good morning, good morning. Here, let me do a couple things over here. If I can figure this out, just give me a sec. There we go. Let's do this. And let's do this. There we are. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. Excuse me. Hey, before we get started, um, let's do this. Get this over here. There we go. Hey, open house this Tuesday, not today. Today's Monday, so it's the day after today. That was probably for my purposes more than anything. I have forgotten about them. Hey, look, open house with me and our great team we have here at Hit and Run Candlesticks. Starts right now if you want to be part of it right now, meaning the time, 6:30, 7:30 Eastern time. Um, if you don't want to hang out all day long, hey, I get that. You might have other things to do. That'd be cool. But if you come around, say 10:30 Eastern, we'll be covering the rounded bottom breakout if that's something you want to learn about. And then about noon, we'll be covering the pinball setup and the modified pinball setup. You're more than welcome those other times. I would love to have you. So please don't forget to register. You have to register. I'm going to put that back over there. There we go. No sound. Tammy, you're saying no sound. Daryl, is there sound? Julie? Sounds all good. Yeah. Would somebody type Tammy? Need to sound is low. Turn your sound up. There we go. I'll put my mic in there, but man, this mic picks up a lot. Okay. Hey Sharon, good morning. Coach, good morning. Neil, good morning. Thanks guys for being over there. Like to see that. All right, let's take a look at the market right away. Right away. There we go. And hey, all I can say is, can we call Powell Superman? I am. And what a go Powell go. I mean, it was his words, his his yeah, those words, the way he put them together and everything. Pretty much, it's like he flew away like a little dove. I mean, cute little dove. And thank you. He rocked that market up. Now, it is up to everybody else, investors, traders, to rock this market even higher. But we're going to need to get through that. Oh, what is that? 646 level, 646 level there through those highs. I think our next target up is 650. And unless there's any really bad news, I think that's extremely doable. And then we'll just find another, we'll work for another target to the upside. First, we need that 650, okay? So anyway, the SPY is doing wonderful. All bullish. Take a look at the diamonds. Diamonds are bullish. You can't argue with that. So here, let me really quick, for those that might be new here, you might be thinking, well, what is bullish? That's a fair question. Let me get this in early in the morning. A fair question. What I look for to be bullish is I want price to be above this black line, and this black line right there is the 8 EMA, and I want the 8 EMA to be above that green dot. You'll see some red dots over here. That means we're bearish. But the green dot, I want green, and I want that bullish. Now, hidden in the background, it's not shown on my charts, but it's on scans I do. I've got the 34 in here as well. And I mean, anybody that's been trading for a little while, you know that the 34 is below there because the 50 is trending. Everything's trending. So anyway, this is my trading trend right here. That's my trading trend. That's what I'm looking for. Right there. Keep it simple. So we are completely bullish. IYT, look at the transports. I'm sorry. IWM. Yeah, I'm talking one thing, thinking another thing. Um, what just happened? Hold on. There we go. Um, my computer is even saying, "What are you thinking, Rick? It's so early in the morning." Take a look at IWM. Nice trend to the upside. You can see here that we've broken out of those highs. IWM looks higher. I'm not guessing. I'm just following the trend. I'm following the price action. It looks great. If you take a look at SMH, that looks higher. See how we've pulled back here? This is what we call a PBO, pullback opportunity. IYT, same thing, super bullish. This right here would be a pullback opportunity right in there, and then just took off. Nice little inside day. So, yeah. Hey, Goodson, good morning. Roger, good morning. Oh, whole bunch over here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. Let's see. Sorry for the newbie question. That's okay. I use the T line as my buy confirmation. Is there a way that we can use, let's say, the 4 hour? Is that right? 4 hour T line for early entries alongside candlesticks confirmation? Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll look at a few charts and I'll see if I can bring something like that up. But you sure could. Yeah. So have we done all that? I think we need to go look at I'm losing my mind. I really haven't had enough coffee yet this morning. NVIDIA. Sorry about that. NVIDIA. NVIDIA has earnings coming up day after tomorrow. So last week it was all about, Mr. Powell, what the Feds are going to do, all that stuff. This week it's about what NVIDIA is going to do. So do keep in mind, because if NVIDIA has horrible earnings, it could tank the market. And if it has great earnings, the market could just fly. So, unfortunately, we have to keep an eye on NVIDIA and be prepared. Be prepared, like maybe don't be in, a whole bunch of positions, maybe lighten up, take some profits, things like that. So we do have to watch NVIDIA. All right. So let's take a look down here real quick, and then we're going to look at some charts. Our T2123 held up very well Friday. You can see that by that move up, and then we just went sideways here, holding extremely bullish. Our VXX held very well, bearish side of things, and that is very good for the market if you want to be bullish. Now, if you want to be bearish, you'd rather see VXX up, and you'd rather see this T2123 down, okay? But we want to see it up. I want it to be bearish. That's what I'm sorry. I want it to be bullish. Man, I gotta wake up. Okay, so let's take a look at some charts. I've got a few charts over here, and then we can look at anything you guys want to look at. Hey, by the way, I don't know how many people here are Facebookers, Xers, YouTubers. I don't know. But this weekend, I posted several charts and on our social media platforms, and you can go certainly look at those. What else? Yeah, but that's a great place to look at that. And if you're not and you're interested, we hope you sign up with us. It's free. If you're with YouTube, make sure you hit that little bell, subscribe and hit that little bell, and you'll get notices whenever we put a YouTube video out there. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at Intel over this weekend. I think I must have had 10. Every weekend, I always get a few people asking me emails or private messages through the room or something. I must have had 10 questions about Intel. Is Intel ready to go? Yeah, it is. Here, let's do this here. Let's my pin. There we go. So chart wise, I think Intel's doing a great job. Here we've been running up and we pulled back. You know, you might not like that pullback, but it was part of setting this run up here. And then up we go. All we've done through this choppiness right here, all that is nothing but price trying to get a hold of itself. Choppy is exactly what it is. But there's nothing wrong with choppy, other than you have to be careful with it. But this is a very bullish looking chart, and we're testing what this 26 area. We get through 26. I'm looking at 30 right there. We get through 30. I'm looking at about 34, 35 right in there. Now, hey, you've got the government on your side. And look, some people I know are anti-government. You can be anti-government all you want. But when the anti-government was pushing a company and pouring money into it, kind of hard to ignore it. Kind of hard to ignore it. So yes, I think Intel's doing great. Take a look at the weekly chart on Intel, and you can see, for those of you that trade the rounded bottom breakout, you can see it right here. It is in a rounded bottom breakout, and I love that chart. So here comes the dotted deuce right in there, and we get through that dotted deuce, the 200 period moving average will get tagged. That is the way I see Intel. Okay. Hey, Santana, you're looking at Nike. Look at Nike. Let's see. Let's get rid of this big old thing here. My mouse is not awake yet. There we go. So Nike here, I already have a target of between 85 and 90 on it. I've already done a little bit of work on that one. You know, let me open this up. That could be part of the problem too. There we go. So I think Nike is bullish, and you know, I've mentioned a couple of times my trading trend, and you can see here what my trading trend is doing. Right in through here, see where price is above the T-line, T-line's above the trend indicator. That's my trading trend. Price, T-line, or 8 EMA, and the green dot's trend indicator. Trading trend. Everything's working. So we look for those consolidations, those PBOs, pullback opportunities for a buy. One of the most important things is make sure that you see an upside target to it, upside, you know, something for it to fly to. You've got to have something for it to fly to. And that's what I see right now, about that 88 bucks on that, okay? Hey, JP Morgan, we're coming off the 50 period moving average. That's always a good little anchor to come off of. And here we're starting to roll up. That's looking pretty good right there. And I know there's a whole ton of people saying, aren't you worried about that head and shoulders? No, I'm not. And if you are, well, then don't trade head and shoulders. Pretty simple. It's all about what we're doing right through here. That's what it's about. This is not, this is, you know, you need price to fail. Doesn't matter what kind of chart pattern it is. You need price to fail, or reward. And right now, if we're looking at a head and shoulders, well, you want price to fail. I don't see it failing right here. So I'm still bullish on JP Morgan. Absolutely. Hey, Sharon, PDD. I think that's one of those charts that, yep, that is just fantastic. So here's the deal, Sharon. If you're in it, congratulations. Gaps are gifts, so you might want to take some profits off the table. If not all, wait for the pullback, that PBO, to set up, you know, to buy again. If you're holding this long term, of course, hey, you can hold it for as long as you want, as long as it keeps meeting your criteria. Just put that, just keep moving that moving average up. Maybe, I'm sorry, that stop up a bit, so you don't lose all your money when it comes back down. Okay. Again, if you're in it, 2 thumbs up. If somebody's not in it, I think we definitely want to wait for a little bit of a pullback, wait for a better time to buy it. Let's take a look at this right here. You see how PDD rolled up like that, well, see that pullback? That's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Odds are if somebody bought it up high and it pulled back here, maybe you did still own it. It started moving up a little bit. I'm pretty sure that most people would have got tired of it and dumped it. Traders, that is, not necessarily investors. So you don't want to do that. You would just take a loss. Now look at it. What we tend to do is trade those swings like that. Okay. Google. There we are. Take a look at Google. Google is still bullish. You say you've been in it a long time. Quite honestly, I don't see any particular reason to get out. Maybe take some profits that might make you feel better, but there is nothing here that would suggest Google is going to go down. Beautiful chart there. I think there's lots of upside to Google. Yeah, they're rocking. Way to go. IONQ is one I'm keeping my eyes on. Now, for me, I'm going to need this to flip around. Now, you guys, some people are bottom catchers. Hey, if that's the way you do it, that's perfectly fine. If that works for you, that's also perfectly fine. I'm not a bottom catcher, so it's not something I'm going to buy right here. But if it starts to pop up, well, that's where I'm going to start to buy it. Right here is what I'm going to call my sweet spot. That's my target area right through there. So say I didn't buy it till 43.25. That's still 16%. I'm happy with that. You could buy it down here and you can make more money. But I'd rather see that follow through, that chart start to work. But IONQ is one of them. Another one is going to be this Sophie. I'm not in Sophie. Was, but not now. So Sophie is setting up. I've got two targets up there, 28.5, and we'll call it 32 up there on those targets. So I'm going to pull that down. Pull that down. There we go. So I think those are good viable targets, providing the overall market stays bullish. And that's something we're going to need. Watch for the pullbacks. The inside day is what I would consider a rest or a pullback opportunity inside day. So that we might get that on Sophie. That would be a buy, and then we can rock on up there. So hey, Bill, good morning. Apple. Yeah, Apple is still bullish. Apple's still bullish. The trend is the best thing in the world. Okay, it really is. And if you look at Apple, I know that price is down, but the trend is still very bullish. Here's my trading trend. Price is right there at the 8 EMA. The 8 EMA is above the trend indicator, green dots. That's still bullish, even if we've been pulling down. That's a bullish pullback is what that is for me. So right now it's setting up. The next target I have to the upside is just above 235 up here, and then the next one is just above 245 right there. So that's what I'm looking at. If Apple was to move back, I think it would still be a buy. And it might because we've got the 200 period moving average right there, that red line. So it is possible it got down to that. But overall, I think Apple is very bullish. You're already in it. Way to go. Yeah, I think that's a great looking trade there. Let's see. I've got a few more over here. Take a look at ARK. Look at ARK. So we've got an ascending 50 period moving average, and it's ascending, so let's just draw some lines on this. Now, some folks are going to wait for that breakout. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with buying it right in here. This is a 3/8 trap, by the way, and it's an inside day coming off of a very nice candle pattern and the 50 period moving average. First target I have up here is about 95. So if we just did something like this, that is about 23%. That's a pretty good swing on that trade right there, ARC. So that is definitely one that I'll be looking at, is ARC. Hey, Coach, ALTS, let's take a look. ALTS. Nice, great little bottom in here. Love it. Thank you very much. Big candle Friday. We've actually, if you go back, not counting today, but go back Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, that whole candle pattern right there is a very nice candle pattern. It's type of a morning star candle pattern. And now we have an inside day. This thing may be setting up quite nice. Thank you very much, Coach. Much appreciated. Let me flag that. There we go. And then to the upside, we've got to take out these tops first, right in there. Beautiful chart. I like the way it's just kind of bouncing in there, holding that 200 period moving average. So it looks good. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Daryl. HCHC, is that right? Yeah. Long. Oh boy, let's flag that right away. Okay, this is turning into this. It's not exactly a rounded bottom breakout just yet, but it is about that close from it, and I can see it coming with today's move up here. Once price and our trend gets above the 50 period moving average, we're going to have a rounded bottom breakout, and that puts the dotted deuce and the 200 period moving average in line for targets up there. I'm also going to draw, I guess we'll just go from here. These little lines. I love these little lines. There we go. And man, we don't even break out of the bottom construction area till over the T line. Wow. Yeah. Well, let's put a little. That's not really what I wanted to do. Sorry. Having a little mouse trouble. It's moving a little slow. Maybe I've got too many things opened up. I don't know. Well, I mean, what would anyone think if this $22 stock became a $50 stock? I think that's very possible. Extremely possible. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen this month. Might not even happen next month. But I got to tell you, this is one that I'm going to keep an eye on and trade with that in mind right there. Thank you. Appreciate it, Daryl. Let's keep an eye on that one. It's got some serious potential. Intab. Nice little trend breaking out of that 50 period moving average and the 200. Nice trade ideas today, guys. Very, very nice. This is what I would call a J-hook continuation pattern. All a J-hook is a continuation pattern. And you have to ask yourself, well, what is it a continuation of? Well, we have ourselves a trend, we have ourselves a pullback opportunity, and now we start to move up, and that's a J-hook continuation pattern. Once we break out of this high right here, can you see the J? That's where you get the J-hook. And it's a continuation of the current trend. You see the current trend? Trend's up, got a little flat right here. That's opportunity, and now it's ready to take off. Go in tab. Let's see, ALTS. Oh, sorry, we just looked at that one. Thanks, Terry. Appreciate it. All righty, what time is it? We're getting close. Anyone else have anything? Here's Ford. This is one that I own. Yeah, already up 15% on it. And I'm looking for it to break out right through here. And that'll be just under 12 and then run up between 1250 and 1275 up into here. Another one that I really like is CNC. I really like this chart. We had it here, rallied up and closed it because I I could see a pullback coming, and I didn't want the pullback. I wanted to collect my money, so I did. Here it's pulled back, and I bought it again Friday, and now it's looking pretty good. Now we're free to go up to this 33 area, and then maybe squeak a little bit more up toward that 50 period moving average, and then a total reevaluate once it does that. But that's, the trade I'm looking for here is going to put me in the, well, to the 50 will put me in a 17% trade. And being in the option, that'll certainly put you into a 40%, maybe even a 50% trade. Hey, Tommy, how you doing? A little bit of DKNG. Let's take a look. Bullish, moving up. I already have targets on it, so I've already looked at it here. That 48, 49, around that 50, then maybe 51, 52 up here. But so far, that's looking pretty good. We rallied up. We got a little bit of profit taking, pulled back, didn't even get to the 50, but the 50 held it in there. Buyers kind of rolled in, and now it's rolling right up. So as long as the market can stay somewhat bullish, that's going to be important, okay? If the market can stay somewhat bullish, we could see some pretty good bull trading coming our way. Do keep in mind that NVIDIA has earnings, and I believe it's Wednesday, so watch that. That could be a game changer, okay? And then please, everybody, if you're interested, join us tomorrow for our boot camp open house, where we will be looking at some hardcore charts for the rounded bottom breakout and the pinball setup. Okay, so hope you guys can all do that. All righty, I think I'm going to check out of here, say good morning to everybody, and say thank you so much for being here. Absolutely appreciate it. Okay, thank you all. Take care. Have a great day trading.